I would like to start first by saying that I will talk quite a bit about Swiss family businesses, but not only Swiss family businesses. My work is with family businesses from around the world. I've worked on all 5 continents, and I've worked for family businesses of all sizes there. But I'll try to illustrate and remain as practical and clear as can be. But I would welcome your questions as well on that. Just to speak a little bit about the particular situation of Switzerland, and maybe to compare a little bit with Turkey. And thank you for your mentions and your intervention on that. See, Switzerland has, a little bit like Germany, has a tradition of very innovative small and medium-sized companies. And it has a fabulous infrastructure. We have great schools and we have a great infrastructure. So the country itself and the government and the legislations and the policies play a big role in innovation in companies as well. And we should never forget that, because entrepreneurs can do a lot and can bring the country to a big extent of innovation. But the country and the government and the embassies as well have a huge role to play in the collective innovation of a country. Switzerland, of course, has a need to innovate and to be entrepreneurial. It's a small country. We have no raw materials, and therefore we need to go there to be able to survive. And I feel quite blessed to work in this country, because it's a fabulous case for innovation and for family businesses. We had the number of 95% of all businesses in Turkey are family businesses. In Switzerland, it's 85%. And so we're not as high as you are, but still quite a large portion. In terms of publicly listed, it is still the majority, but still lower than Turkey as well. So what I would like to do just with my presentation is to go through 3 main parts. The first one is really to talk about innovation and what do we mean by innovation. The good, the bad, and the ugly for family businesses, and this is really also based on a relatively small but world-scale survey that we did in November. So it's really very current data, and would like also to focus not so much on the past, but also focus on this century and the future, and to see what technology has in store for us and for family businesses. I will talk about 4 types of innovations, and when we talk about what do we mean by innovations, the first one is market creating innovation. Have you heard about market creating innovation? All of you. Okay. Market creating innovation is whenever a company comes with products that serves a new market. Okay, it's the same product, but it serves a new market. I find that a great way to start with illustrations coming from Switzerland and talking about Swiss companies is to start with the Swiss Army knife, okay, because everyone knows them around the world. But they are also a great example of that, market creating innovation, and through it and through its evolution, we'll be able to understand innovation a little bit better. You all know this. This is their standard model, and it is really extremely useful. You can have it in your pocket whenever you need to cut something or drill into something. You will have the tool that you need. And okay. And then we can think about different ways to use the Swiss Army knife. What about if we're outside and we need to have lunch and we need to have a knife and fork and a spoon, and there it is, and created a new knife that would serve that purpose. So not addressing a really different kind of people. To go to the more modern ages, of course, a USB key and a torch. serving probably people who have very different needs and need that for their computers. This is a cute one, and for the ones who just had a baby girl, that might be a future present. It's I thought it was kind of cute, with a little hairdryer, nail polish, and lipstick, and nail files. There's the boy version of that. They have children's version of that. Of course, this is a very different, it's the same product, it's slightly different, and it addresses probably parents of children more than anything else. And then you have more elaborate tools that can help measure, that have little sophisticated instruments in them, and serves more the technological market. You also have a number of other ones that would serve, that are either for people who play music and whatever you need to accord your instrument, different types of sports. You have the ones that serves all the golfers and all the tools they need when they play golf, or for tennis players. So it serves different sports markets. And one of the latest ones is the little, very, very thin, like a credit card tool that still contains all of these things. So we can see that from one product, we diversify away, not into an evolution of product, but we serve different markets. It's really market creating innovation. With the same product, we add IDs so that we have additional clients, or even we can sell quite a number of these variations to the same client. Okay. The second type of innovation I would like to do, I think that, the second type of innovation is probably the one that most family businesses do, and probably most of you here do, is what we call sustaining innovation. Here again, I'll use the example of another Swiss company, Firmenich. How many of you have heard about Firmenich? Oh, yeah, quite a number. Okay, we are in the fragrance and aroma industry. It's one of the world leaders, the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 player in the world, 100% family owned. They have a turnover of about 3 billion and 6,000 employees, so we're no longer in the SME type of business, but still very much in the family business field. And Firmenich has been known and renowned for their innovations. They've received many, many awards for fragrances. They do perfumes for a lot of very well-known brands like Chanel and Issey Miyazaki and a number of other ones. They have received really a lot of prizes for excellencies. Now, perfumes and aromas you can have and directly from natural ingredients, but most of them are produced through either chemical extraction or chemical molecules that are invented. And one of the things that Firmenich is known for, maybe not to you, maybe that comes as a news, but they are known for that, is how incredible they are at inventing new molecules for their industry. It's a very highly chemical industry, and one of the rare family businesses and one of the rare businesses in the world to have received a Nobel Prize. They had a Nobel Prize winner working for them, Nobel Prize in chemistry, one of their first employees inventing some of the molecules and that they use in their products. So very, very innovative company. They innovate not necessarily to find new products, but to bring an evolution to their current product that will help them stay ahead of competition. And that's what we call the sustaining innovation, is what do we do in our market? What do we do and how do we evolve our businesses so that we can keep ahead of the competition and we can be there in 10 years' time or in 20 years' time? So important. The other thing that Firmenich has done, which also leads to sustaining innovation for them, is how much they have helped and they're still helping farmers at the source. One of their big fragrances is vanilla, and they've helped farmers, vanilla farmers, through education to help them have better crops, to produce more. Of course, it serves them a lot, but they help them by creating healthier farming places, and also help them through the distribution of their vanilla products. So it serves both the farmers and also them in the industry, because they know that vanilla is gradually disappearing, a natural plant in the world. There's so much demand, so much consumption in the world, that there is a need to go there. The third type of invention that I'd like to mention here is disruption. It's what you mentioned as radical invention. I think that disruptions are really important in that they could be called revolutions, really. They completely transform markets. They completely transform an industry. There again, I'll take an example from a Swiss company, and I'll go beyond that, because I think it raises quite important comments too. So what you see is that it has to do with time. Of course, coming from Switzerland, that's a big element too. So this is what we did in the Roman times, even before the von Liechtenstein family there. From the Roman times, that's how we used to read time. And then we had, some of you may remember, those beautiful grandfather clocks that we had in houses to tell the time. And later on was the pocket watch and the more classic watch.